Hey everybody, Emily here. I hope you're well. Welcome to this, my October live stream. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wasn't this live stream yesterday? And the answer is yeah, it was supposed to be. It was Canadian Thanksgiving, in fairness to me. And I got distracted making Thanksgiving tarts. And I woke up this morning and I said, oh, I forgot that I had a live stream. And I'm really sorry about that. But we're here now. You might know my friend Joe from previous live streams. We're thrilled to have you here, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Joe is a comedian and, well, yeah, he's like an improv comedian. And you do, like, loosely creative stuff. You're funny.
Loosely.
We're in a funny group text.
Yeah, that's true. So, we have a good, that's my best writing,
I think. Yeah. Dan's off getting his flu shot, so Joe's here helping me out today. And yay, thanks for being here. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. We have two things to talk about. One is the stuff I cooked yesterday, because I thought it would be fun to chat about. And the other is making a hot buttered rum. I've never done this before, but I did something like this yesterday, which is I made a spiked apple cider. And I thought, what if spiked apple cider plus hot buttered rum? Could it be good? And I think the answer might be yes. I'm going to see. I see that people are commenting, so I'm going to run around and read it. Yep. Hi, Emily. Hi. Yay, happy to get the stream regardless of a few bumps. Yeah, here's the thing. I should not have rescheduled this in the first place. Although I was in LA, I couldn't have done when it was supposed to be. But then I was like, oh, I'll just push it to next Monday. And then I did not put that correctly in my calendar. And I got no reminders for myself, even though I sent out an email saying this was happening. Anyway, neither here nor there. Thrilled to be here. Thrilled to have you here. Despite
what everybody in the United States thinks, yesterday was a legitimate holiday.
I mean, for better or worse, Dan and I did Thanksgiving, and we had a lovely time. And that's it. So I'll tell you all about that. And hi, Orville Conception Reviews. I am great. And yay times, Ryan. I finally caught you again. This is great. Okay, coming around here, let's start making some hot buttered rum so that we're not here forever because I forget to start cooking. The first thing I need to do, I'm going to brown my butter. I thought that would be kind of a fun little twist on like a hot buttered rum. Some people just put like the butter into the hot, like it just is. I think that's sort of the standard, but I think brown butter is kind of like, it's got that little extra nutty flavor.
Yeah.
And like, why not? It takes 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes.
Why not? Go the extra mile.
Yeah.
I like this hot plate situation.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, this way I can face the people. And I think I still haven't figured out like a switching mechanism for like, I need to get a second device that I can, zoom in on here with. But I think what I'll do is just, lift you, my computer up and over and bring you over as interesting things happen. Right now, it's just a stick of butter in a pan. There's not a lot to see. But up here, I can tilt it. There, stick of butter in a pan.
Looks good, yeah. Wow.
Right? And so what we do to make a hot buttered rum, at least in this recipe, which I am honestly trying for the first time right now because I thought it would be fun and we could do it together, is I'm going to brown this butter, and then I'm going to put that into my measuring cup, and then I'm going to heat some apple cider. I have this lovely apple cider from Red Jacket, which is a New York company that you see around here a lot. I think that they're everywhere because I think you can get them at like Pret a Manger now, right? Yeah. Like
pretty widely available.
But it's just regular apple cider. Here, I'll come around and show you. But I think it's really good. I'm a fan. Oh, and I've got that's the way it is these days. If it isn't in your calendar, it doesn't exist. That is 100% true. I was doing that thing where you live in like to-do list paper sticky note hell where I had 40 different to-do lists going. So it wasn't
kind of digitize it.
I spent today actually because this was a wake-up call for me. I spent today just turning all my to-do lists into one to-do list and putting things on my calendar. Because I can't live like this.
Today was your rock bottom.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So then I'm going to heat up some of the cider with. I have cinnamon, allspice, cloves, and I have some ginger here that I have cut up. Like I said, I did this yesterday, but I did it just with cinnamon, allspice, and cloves. And I thought, as I was doing it, I bet ginger would be nice in here. So we're gonna try it and see if it adds something nice.
When has it ever not added something nice?
Yeah. Oh, and I have a little sage that I'm gonna add to my browned butter. I think it might be kind of gilding the lily, but why not? You know, I have all this sage in the fridge. You buy one little thing of sage, it lasts forever because you only ever need like 8 leaves at a time.
Any excuse to use it.
You know how it is.
Look, I got so much sage in my
I know,
apartment. It's like it's just,
You're overwhelmed.
it's just coming out of my fridge.
Every day Joe texts me, Emily, what am I going to do with all this sage? And I say,
you say you can't help me because you have too much as a
there's nothing I can do. Yeah. And then I've got this for rum. We're just going to use Bacardi Gold. Nothing too fancy. I think, you know, this is a preparation where the rum is kind of buried, so I feel like you can use just like I mean, Bacardi's not terrible. Bacardi Gold.
Bacardi Gold. I mean, gold.
Well, it's a pretty good. You know, it's a perfectly fine rum. So, and that's that. Now I'm just gonna wait. This butter is taking. I think that my hot plate is not the hottest. It kind of once it gets going, it does a good job, but it takes a minute. So in the meantime, why don't I show you my Thanksgiving tarts that I made yesterday? Okay, so here's what I did. I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I can invent like an hors d'oeuvre that is like a canapé of Thanksgiving for like. I thought it would be good for like, you know, Friendsgivings, Thanksgiving parties, or like, you know, if you don't have like a whole bunch of people coming over, you don't really want to defrost a whole turkey. So maybe you get a turkey leg, you cook it, and like you can turn it into little bites. The thing is, it turns out that takes about as long as just making Thanksgiving dinner. Because I had to cook a turkey leg. I made like stovetop stuffing. I had like a pie crust in the freezer, but I had to defrost it and roll it out and everything. And then I put some cranberry in here. I mean, it was a little bit easier, but it was not significantly easier. But they were pretty delicious. So here's what they look like. I tried them 2 different ways because I was sort of recipe testing this. You might yet see this come out in like a newsletter or a video eventually, where it losing pieces. That was okay. I put a little piece of turkey skin on top. Here, let me move you forward so it's in the light. Ooh, turkey skin, which kind of kept it moist and also was delicious. Let me see my comments here. How are you? I am good. Yes, yes. Hello, Beth. You are my favorite scientist. That's true. Thanks for being here. All right, so here are the Thanksgiving tarts. So I tried it 2 different ways. One was one was like stuffing on top, so that it kind of made like a little turkey pot pie with then turkey and gravy underneath and a little bit of cranberry. And then the other was stuffing on the bottom, cranberry in the middle, turkey and gravy on top, and then both of them I put a little turkey skin on top of in hopes of kind of keeping it moist. I think it mostly worked. I think that there is something behind the pot pie version that might be better. This was better in the moment in that, like, I think that just the ratios were right of the turkey on top one for this.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, logically and scientifically speaking, putting like a stuffing thing on top and then keeping the turkey and gravy underneath makes more sense. And if I just kind of keep reworking it, it'll be there.
You want to bite and have it burst out up top.
Well, yeah, it was. You want it to be like a little juicier. Like I feel like when you get stuffing in the middle, or maybe it's just about like mixing the stuffing with some gravy also, so it's a little more moist in the bottom.
Yeah. There
was nothing wrong with any of them. They were all pretty delicious, but
they look great.
Thanks. But yeah, I think I might try it with like a phyllo dough. Try and make something more like a little daintier. Yeah. It's just turkey meat doesn't really break down into anything dainty, I don't think. So figuring that out.
I'm a fan of this. I like the way that it looks. I think it's more I don't know. It seems better than a full Thanksgiving meal. I like to have it all in one bite.
Right. It's just be done like you can walk with it. Yeah. I was loosely inspired by, there was a place in Nova Scotia that used to do a Thanksgiving burrito. I think it's like a walking Thanksgiving dinner. And that was pretty good too. I think that one had some flaws because they didn't go all in on the Thanksgiving. Like it was like still some burrito stuff in there, and like the flavors didn't always make sense. But the thought was good. I feel like a casual reworked version of a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, take it on the go while you're driving.
Yeah, or like if you're at a holiday party, you got like a little cranberry punch in one hand, you got this in the other. You're eating a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And you can walk around and chat.
Yeah, it's great for the host. You don't have to seat everybody.
Yeah, it's a casual Thanksgiving Turkey Day dinner. Watching on my birthday present for my parents a new tablet computer. Very rad. Turkey day and a bite. That's exactly correct. Yummy. I agree, actually. Everyone loves a moist bottom. Ain't that the truth? Puff pastry might work also. Just cut 2 to 3 inches rounds and dock the center before you load it. Yeah, good shout. Yeah, I feel like it would have to be sturdy enough because Thanksgiving foods are just so hearty and heavy that like shrinking them any smaller than this was really difficult. I think maybe I would do like a piece of turkey and like some brie and cranberry or something like that, and like a little kite, like a little volate kind of thing. Could be really tasty. And then maybe get some stuffing in there. But I think this might be around as small as I can get it. I just need to kind of rework it so it's not like it just reads a little dry right now.
Yeah.
But tasty.
I'm a stuffing all year round type of a guy.
I was shocked how difficult it was to find the stovetop stuffing yesterday or the other day. This is just okay. So if you haven't browned butter before, the way that works is basically you put some butter in a pan and you just heat it until first it foams up and you get big bubbles, and then it goes down to little bubbles and all the water comes out, and then you can start to see the milk solids actually change color and it'll smell a little muddy, and that's when your butter is browned. So basically you're like boiling all the water out and then starting to cook the milk solids, and then you don't want to burn it, which can happen pretty quickly. There's a fluff.
Huh. I do love the popping. It's right.
Yeah, and then we'll just keep rotating this so it doesn't burn on the bottom, but I think it's good. Joe, if you want one of these later, they are up for grabs. We gave some to our landlord also.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to grab a little spatula just to make sure nothing gets stuck to the bottom here, so I can see a little bit. Might turn this down slightly just so it gets more gentle, because we are getting there. And again, for those of you coming in late, I'm going to make a hot buttered rum cider. Hot buttered rum cider with browned butter. Oh, I never put my sage in. Let's do it right now. You saw nothing. There was no sage leaf that flew away. And yeah, I can actually see. You see how the milk solids are like a different color now?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to keep rotating this, and then I'm going to turn it off because I don't want that to go any further, really. And then I'll bring you over so you can see it too. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. You want to play cameraman? Yeah, you can see that the butter is like significantly browner, and I've got my sage in there. It's still a little frothy, but basically we're done here. So I'm going to move this into my measuring cup so it doesn't cook any further, because it is really getting brown now. Oh, and I did not mean to take all the milk solids out. I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't mean to strain it. I was supposed to strain the cider later. That's okay. That's fixable. There we go. In you go, little buddies. Sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion. This is why you shouldn't talk in brown butter.
They thought they were free, but they're not.
No, they're not getting away that easy. All right, now I'm going to swap pans. Go to my pot and pour in. I'm actually going to use the cups that we're going to use to measure, just because I think that's going to be the easiest way to get the right amount without having checked how many milliliters this is. And I'm going to do 3 so that I can give Dan one when he gets home.
He'll need it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. After a hard day of getting a flu shot. All right, so I think that's enough. I'm going a little less on the last one because I know I'm going to add rum and butter to this. And then I'm going to toss in, I have some fresh ginger. I'm going to do just 1 cinnamon stick, which is actually half a cinnamon stick because I accidentally bought these half-sized ones at one point, and now I just live with them.
The con.
You know, it's the same number of
stick.
cinnamon sticks because they were in 2 layers. They were just already cut in half for some reason.
Fooling you.
Yeah, big cinnamon stick wants me using smaller pieces of cinnamon. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 cloves, I think. You know what? Let's make it 4. That last one was small. And last but certainly not least, 3 allspice berries. Now, I was saying, but I did this just with the cider yesterday, and that was great. That was also great. If you just have plain cider and you want to spice it up, this is a great mix. There's no reason to make this a cocktail if you don't want to.
But
I just
if you
wanted.
want to,
I just wanted.
fair
I just wanted to today.
kind of just a little bit more fun.
A little spookier, a little sneakier.
Yeah.
A little sneakier. And then I'm just gonna. It's all going to the same place. So I'm not gonna worry about getting the milk solids in here. I'm just gonna give this a little stir, and then we're just gonna heat that up. And in the meantime, I'll come see what all of you have been saying. Dum 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 dum. Homemade puff or rough puff for Thanksgiving makes sense or stuffing. Oh yeah, maybe. You gave your landlord burnt butter. No, I gave my landlord some of the Thanksgiving pie, little mini pies.
She's a good landlord. Normally, a landlord would just get burnt butter.
Yeah. Our landlord is nice, to clarify. She's really cool. We're the only people that live in her building, so it's not like she's not like a the traditional sense of landlord. She's just the old lady who lives upstairs. And then I have yet to try brown butter and chocolate chip cookies, but I've heard it really improves. Default user, I actually did that for the first time in the last 3 weeks, and I froze half of the dough, so I have a bunch of balls in the freezer ready to go. But you know what? It was very good. I did not like the recipe I used. I forget whose recipe it was, but it just had too much sugar in it for me. But the brown butter was definitely great. And I feel like when it had sat for a couple days, you should rest cookie dough for a couple days. I feel like on the second or third day when I actually cooked it, most of them, they smelled like bakery cookies. It was just like the brown butter plus the resting just created a totally different cookie experience. Yes. Yeah, rich nutty flavor. Yeah, Claire Saffitz's recipe is probably the one to try. The one I did was I just Googled brown butter chocolate chip cookies and just did one. And it, like I said, it was too much sugar a little bit, and for me it just wasn't exactly right. We're getting a lab update from Beth. We went live with the second group of hospitals, and I got a bunch of new staff in the move. Very rad. Hired a lead scientist for second shift and a supervisor who starts in December. Beth, you're doing great things. You're doing it all.
What is it? What hospital update is occurring?
Oh, well, Beth is a scientist, and she got a new job a few months ago, and I think it sounds like it's been going really well.
Yeah,
she went through a tough time, in the last year or so, and it seems like things have really turned around, and we're all really happy for Beth.
Nice, yeah. Anytime you can hire anybody, that's a great thing.
Yeah, it's nice to
put some of the work on them, get more done.
Just shift some of the stuff that you don't need to be doing onto new people, and then you get to really focus on what matters.
Yeah. Well, congrats.
Yeah. This is starting to steam, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna give it another minute or so.
Yeah.
And then we're pretty much just gonna add some rum in here, and then we can just chat for another minute or two, and I'll give you back your Tuesday surprise Tuesday live stream. What else is going on? Oh, I tried to make some sweet potato gnocchi yesterday. It went well. I think I can do better, but it went really well. I used a Food Network. Actually, I combined 2 different Food Network recipes. I think that the one that I was going to use, there was a comment being like, "This is really sticky dough." So I tried combining it with another recipe, and I think it went well, but they were still a little dense for me. But that might just be a technique thing. But good for first time making sweet potato gnocchi. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, did it also in brown butter. I've browned a lot of butter this week.
So you're a pro now.
Yeah, I've been browning butter left, right, and center. Center especially, I suppose. But yeah, doing a lot of browning butter lately. I don't know why. I don't know.
It's the season.
Tis the season.
Look, it gets a little chilly out. You want to brown your butter.
Yeah. The sweet potato gnocchi, I did it with pancetta, brown butter, and sage, which is part of why I had so much sage around. It was I had all these sweet potatoes, so I was like, well, what am I going to do with these sweet potatoes? And I was like, well, I'll make a sweet potato gnocchi. But then I was like, oh, well, I need the brown butter, and I'll need sage, and I'll need pancetta. So did I save money doing that? No, probably not.
But you did get rid of all those sweet potatoes.
But I did eat all those sweet potatoes. They're gone now. And the gnocchi did taste really good. It did taste really good. I think it might be a technique thing on my part, but they were just a little big, maybe. Just I don't know, there was something, they were good, but if I got them in a restaurant, I'd be like, nom, nom. They weren't gummy. They were just a little big and a little dense, but they were good. Moral of the story is they were pretty good.
Oh, good.
Did like some fresh shaved Parmesan on top. That really, I think
That
that
adds to it.
that
helps
lifted.
it.
Yeah, that lifted it.
Not paying anything.
Does this look hot enough? Hard to
I
say.
think it's.
It's not boiling. It's
Yeah.
starting to. I think it's probably there.
It's maybe 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
don't
Joe,
know.
how was
I
your
have no idea. I barely.
No, this is helpful. How was your day? What tell us about you?
Oh, my day was great. I got up super early for a run. Worked. Thrilling stuff.
Yeah. Big day, big, huge. You brought beer over, right? What beer did you bring?
I did bring some beer. I brought some a pumpkin beer,
Ooh.
UFO pumpkin.
Nice.
Because it's the season.
Tis the season.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring. Last time I came here, I did bring like a limited edition, like something. What did I bring? Like the Peeps soda.
Oh yeah, something to taste, maybe.
And I bought these like gummy hot dogs that I've seen online, but I never have tasted.
Are they
them,
hot dog flavored, or are they just like shaped like a?
I don't know. That's the thing.
I feel like they've got to be just.
I would hope
Shaped like a hot dog.
I hope they're hot dog flavored. I
also would love to try just once a hot dog flavored gummy, but I guess sales would probably be much lower for that. All right, I'm going to move this over here just so I can move around easier. This, I think, is nice and hot, so.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I will fish the sage back out of there. We're all just doing our best. And I can see that is hot cider with butter in it, definitely.
Yeah.
And now we're going to take our rum and make it hot buttered rum cider.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do 3 shots and then stir because we'll each have one and then Dan will have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1.
Ooh.
2. Do you smell that though? It smells like a cookie, right?
Yeah, that smells really good.
Oh, keep it. You never know. You want it? You want it? You take it. All right, I'm gonna give this a little stir.
You never know. In case of emergency.
I was gonna be like, I'm just gonna pour it in, but like, what if then we're like, it's good, but it's a little rummy, and then that's on me.
Yeah, Dan will be hallucinating later.
Oh, poor Dan. All right. The other thing we made for Thanksgiving yesterday is that Dan made his famous spicy Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
Which are Brussels sprouts.
I didn't know he was famous for them.
Yeah, famous.
I've heard of them, but I didn't know they were in.
Yeah. He does like bacon, maple syrup, coriander, Thai chilies.
Oh, okay.
And I forget what else, but they are darn good.
And is that part of the traditional Canadian Thanksgiving, or was that just from?
There is,
for Dan?
Well, okay, actually, Dan does make that for his parents' Thanksgiving a lot of the time.
Oh, okay.
That is his contribution usually. So, and we're going to be traveling, I think, this Thanksgiving with his family, but it's just, we won't be here, so I think he won't be making. So
he needs to get one in.
So he needed to get one in. Yeah, now is the time. I'm gonna toss a decorative cinnamon stick on top. Why not?
Yeah.
They're gonna be a little short.
Halves,
but
you gotta get rid of them.
Yeah. It sinks into the depths. All right. Well, okay. Let me show you what we've got going on here. Also, ooh, wow, hot buttered rum.
If you look just closely enough, you can see the cinnamon stick.
Yeah, right. Wait, can you see it? Yeah, you could see it. It's got like the little frothy top. It's, there's a floating cinnamon stick, mercury.
Oh my god, that smells so good.
Here, take it. All right, you got it?
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm. I feel like the butter is really floating on the top, which
butter is, yeah, you really get that butter up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that is what's supposed to happen. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't mind it.
I don't know if I was supposed to whip it. Yeah. I mean, I think it smells good. It tastes good. It's just very butter forward. But I guess that's what it's.
Look, any excuse to get some straight butter on your lips.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Take it.
Maybe a little salt on top.
If this is the vehicle, then here we go.
Pretty good. All right, let me see what everybody's been saying over here. Okay, I'm scrolling up. Congratulations, Beth. Did you make tiny pumpkins? The sweet potato makes such a good pumpkin color. Oh, that would have been really smart. I didn't. I do have like a bunch of Instagram reels saved of like pumpkin shaped buns and things that would be. Oh, I could have done it with the gnocchi. That's what you're saying. Oh, that would have been really smart. Did not think of that, but next time maybe. It was a very sticky dough. I think I would have had to have added a lot more flour, which might have made it too dense. But there's something there. Sweet potato gnocchi is very good, Times Ryan, and you should totally try it sometime. Beth is saying, I run a regional medical microbiology lab for a major hospital company in America. Wink, stranger, I don't know. Ha ha ha. Yes. So there's your explanation on
Nice.
it. Yeah.
And I'm Joe. I'm now not a stranger.
And what's your friend's name again? Oh, this is Joe DeBella. He kind of reminds me of French Stewart.
What? Oh, no.
No, I think that's a compliment. There's a little butter in your brown room. Yeah, there is. Hockey guy quipped that Canadians shouldn't post Thanksgiving spoilers for Americans. That's right. That's why we don't say too much about it. We're really not, we're not making a big deal about Thanksgiving. It's there, but we don't worry. It's very, I think that's a very Canadian thing. We'll celebrate Thanksgiving, but quietly.
Yeah, I do work with some Canadian companies, and they did mention that they were off yesterday, but they would not say why.
That's right. Eric, hello from Montreal. Hello from New York. No Dan reading comments is making me feel neglected. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to run back and forth. Dan will be back at some point, but it's certainly for the next live stream, if not tonight. And hello, Romy. I saw your earlier comment about saying that getting a feedback request and saying that you liked this. So thank you. Fat from butter will float if not well emulsified. Yes, that's right. I know that in theory, you mix things and you need to emulsify, but none of the recipes I looked at for hot buttered rum said to whip it. So I assume that maybe this is correct, but maybe not. And Beth says she loves French Stewart. So it's a compliment. I thought so. All right. Should I try whipping it? I guess at this point, it's too late to make an emulsification because you kind of need to do it piece by piece. But I mean, it's good. What do you think?
I think it's still good. Yeah. I like it.
I'll give it a. No, I don't have the tools to re-separate it and then whip it together.
Can't really see that.
I wonder, maybe, okay, I'm going to try just whisking this, even though it's not going to really become a proper emulsification, just to see what happens. All right. This is our little experiment right now.
Let's see.
Yeah, maybe. It definitely, yeah, I think that broke it up a little bit, but yeah, so maybe
it'll probably come back.
Yeah, it'll come back if you give it because the way that you get an emulsification is you have to add things a little bit at a time.
Yeah,
it's like mayo and stuff. You gotta slowly whisk it, and then you add all the oil once it's already got an emulsification.
I'd say if
do you want me to try?
You go ahead.
I actually have a smaller whisk. I might be able to whisk it there.
Well, I was gonna say if you had a full-size cinnamon stick, you could use that to kind of stir it up before every sip.
What do you think?
It's going, yeah. That looks like it's working.
I wonder what happened to our tiny whisk. We do have a little itty bitty guy that I got at the dollar store one time after we had a whisk that broke and it was a whisk emergency. So I went to the dollar store and I bought the only whisk they had, which was the smallest little whisk.
For all your travel whisk needs.
All right, let's see if just mixing it a little is. Might be better. You want me to give yours a little?
I'll take a stir, yeah, sure. I'll take a whisk.
Just give it a second.
Yeah.
Let the machine do its job. That was extremely scientific and definitely the right way to do this. All right, try that and just see. It still is, yeah, it's refloating because that's not going to last.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see.
Now you really get it.
Yeah. It's the combo. I mean, listen. You learn.
Yeah.
You live, you learn. You love, you learn. You laugh, you learn. What is that song? Yeah.
What? That could be any song.
That's it's Alanis Morissette for sure. Anyway, so maybe if you're making this at home, try emulsifying it. Try giving a little whisk ahead.
Or if you're a butter freak, don't.
Yeah, or if you love butter, I mean, leave it as is. And friends, thank you so much for coming by. Sounds like whiskey business. Absolutely. Scientists would use a vortex mixer. Yeah. Yeah. If I had, I should like get like a suite of sciencey tools to like, you know, that would be really fun to just be like, I see the problem, and like whip out a thing that like re-separates fat from.
Put on your goggles.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything else we need to talk about? I think that's kind of it, and it's 7:30, so I am going to get you guys out on time for once.
Wow.
Yeah. And say thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm sorry again about yesterday. And I will be back, I believe, the first Monday of November and the first Monday of the month going forward again. Or a milk frother. Oh, I actually do have an immersion blender, although that would be the wrong size. But yes, a vortex mixer just for funsies. I will try it and see what happens. I actually don't know what a vortex mixer is. Do you?
Isn't that the big one?
Is it?
Like I don't know. I feel like that's the one you see all like.
I'll Google it after.
"Quote unquote" home pros have.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks again for being here. I will talk to you all very soon. That says no.
No,
that's not.
I don't know. Well, thank you. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Yeah, good.
Turn it off.
All right, let's get out of here.
Bigger idiot of myself.
All right, bye guys. I hope you have a great rest of your month, and I will talk to you very soon.